Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on culture and identity, focusing on postmodernism and socialisation. Postmodernity takes an alternative approach to looking at the role of socialisation to structural theories, as it rejects the idea that individuals are socialised into a neat set of norms and values in society. Concepts such as class, gender and ethnicity are often rejected by postmodernists as being part of the modern era, instead suggesting that individuals have free will to choose their own identities and self-image. Much of this is informed by their idea that individuals have become disillusioned with social institutions and have rejected meta-narratives that are put forward by institutions and structures such as education, media and religion. According to postmodernists, there is no one singular truth, but rather individuals interpret their own truths from a diverse selection of options. This is true of identity as well. Individual identity is not formed based upon class, gender, ethnicity or nationality, but rather by selecting elements of an individual's identity from a diverse range of sources. For postmodernists, individuals socialise themselves, and this creates greater diversity in a postmodern age. In this video, we're going to examine a range of postmodern sources and see how individuals shape their sense of self and identity through a somewhat fragmented approach to socialisation. Lyotard suggests that society is constructed of individuals that have developed an incredulity towards meta-narratives. This reduces the impact of social institutions such as education, media and religion as a unifying force. Individuals reject social norms and values, instead choosing to be guided by their own ideas and what they perceive to be their version of the truth about society and their own identity. Rather than be shaped by social institutions, individuals have free will to accept or reject the messages that are provided, and with a wider range of alternative narratives available to them, they will often select different aspects of their identity and experiences from a wide range of sources. This pick and mix approach creates hybrid identities, merging aspects of different cultures to create new ones. Another aspect of postmodernity that can be applied to socialisation is the end of social forces that shaped the process of socialisation. According to Bukowski and Waters, class is dead, and other social factors such as gender, ethnicity and age are of declining importance. This means that individuals are no longer socialised into acting in ways that are determined by these social factors. People are no longer socialised into gender identities with greater fluidity in society. Ethnicity and nationality are no longer fixed in a global era, as individuals develop hybrid identities, and according to postmodernists, class is of reduced importance in society. But the extent to which this is true is debatable, as outlined by many different outcomes in education, employment and crime, with existing social structures still influencing an individual's life chances. Furthermore, with stagnant social mobility, class still remains a dividing factor in society, as do ethnicity and gender. Another agent of socialisation, media, can be analysed by taking a postmodern view. Baudrillard argues that the media conveys false messages to individuals, what he calls simulacra, and that these distorted versions of reality have led many to question whether what they see is real, whilst others absorb a form of hyper-reality that does not reflect the true nature of society, and instead strive for something that doesn't exist. This is compounded by the media saturation of society, excessive media consumption, which could be argued to be the most important agent of socialisation in contemporary society. However, our consumption of media is not uniform, and individuals interpret messages in different ways and act with free will, choosing which media sources to believe and which to reject. As such, this creates a greater diversity of cultures, identities, and understandings of the self. Another aspect of postmodern culture is consumer society and how individuals are socialised into the consumption of goods and services. Critical theorists such as Strinati suggest that this consumer culture serves the needs of the elites in society, promoting goods and services to individuals and how the goods they own form part of an individual's identity. The promotion of lifestyle brands is an example of this. Individuals are socialised by media into associating a specific brand with a certain lifestyle, making the assumption that wearing or using the brand will associate them with that particular lifestyle. A late modern rather than postmodern alternative explanation is offered by Giddens and Sutton, who suggest that primary and secondary socialisation still play an important role in our development of identity. Adopting a structuration approach, they argue that some social institutions, for example a family, still hold value in socialising individuals into norms and values, suggesting the role of family and primary socialisation helps us to gain an idea of our identity and how we act and behave, creating core values of who we are and what we want. Other agencies are more fluid. Secondary socialisation is more flexible, and agencies such as work, education and peers socialise us into versions of ourselves that are suited to the specific context. For example, work might shape who we are as an employee. Our experiences in education may shape how we approach study and knowledge. Our peers shape who we are during our leisure time. But unlike more structural theories, Giddens and Sutton suggest that we have choice over these identities and the extent to which they shape our norms and values, having the ability to change them if they fail to meet our own specific needs. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on culture and identity, focusing on postmodernism and socialisation. Thanks for watching.